Welcome to the series of AI videos. This video is going to talk about the first steps in productizing MCP. In the last two videos, first we saw building a simple MCP server. Then we saw a simple chatbot with MCP client. It was a single connection. Okay, now as we know, there are thousands of MCP servers out there. So how we can use that? Okay, so the first thing is lots of reference servers out there. Um, so this is done by Anthropic. So if you head over to this URL, right, you'll see lots of these servers, right? So there are some reference servers out here, right? We'll be using a couple of them for this particular demo, especially the file system one. Okay, there are few archived, right? There are third party, a lot of other companies doing it, and there are literally like thousands of them. Okay, so there are some community servers out there that you can use, that you can connect to, right? So on and so forth. Okay, so how to use these servers? You just put them in a server config.json. Okay, so let me head over to my code. So this is my server config. Okay, so I'm going to use one such reference server, which is a file system. Okay, now all that I have to do is I have to say that this is based on Node.js. Okay, so I just point to that server. Okay, so when I start my program, it will actually download, install and run that server. Okay, and the other one is the one that we developed before, right? The research server that we developed in the first video. So that's the second one I'm going to use. Okay, so you basically just list all these servers that you want to use in your particular program and use them. Okay, okay, so now what do we do in our uh, research server, in the server, right? So when we connect to servers, so uh, right, when we connect, okay, sorry, in the chatbot, right, when we connect to servers, what we do is we first of all uh, kind of just read the JSON file, right? And for each of those servers, we just connect to the server. Okay. Now, what we'll do while connecting, now we use this additional library called exit stack. Okay, we are going to use that for establishing the connection, right? And the client session that we create, what we'll first do is we'll get all the tools, right? We'll collect all the tools, right? Now these tools we are going to put in the available tools, right? So that we can send it to LLM, and the LLM can choose which tool to be called. Okay, then we list all the prompts. Okay, and then we list all the resources. Okay, so one more thing we have done since last time is in the research server. If you remember, we just had tools earlier, right? But now uh, I have added prompts as well as resources, right? So just head over to this server, right? So earlier we had just two tools, right? Search papers and extract info. Right now I also have resource get available folders. Okay, uh, uh, get topic papers, another resource. Okay, and a prompt. Okay, so generate research prompts is like a pretty sort of exhaustive uh, prompt that I have. Okay, okay. So now what we do is, as we saw, right, we'll create multiple sessions, one per MCP server, right? So going back to this chatbot, right, we are just going to, uh, while connecting to a server, we create a session, right? And we are going to create a dictionary, okay, of these sessions, where we'll keep a mapping of the session to be used for a tool, right, or for a particular prompt, okay, or or for a particular resource. Okay, so we'll keep that in a dictionary. Okay, so that is a dictionary I'll be maintaining, right? uh, and I have sessions open from my client to all the MCP servers that I want to connect to. Okay, so we have a session dictionary that we created, and we'll have a available tools list, right, to be sent to the LLM. So we'll see that in a bit. Okay, now how to use these multiple sessions in a workflow, right? So as we know, in our code, right, we basically connected to servers and then we started a chat loop, right? Now this initial part of chat loop is the same as before, where we take a input from the user, right, and we process the query. Okay, so now in the process query, what do we do, right? So first of all, we send a query to the LLM, right? I'm again using a local Olama with the Quen 2.5 coder 32 billion parameter model, right? Now I send the available tools, right, so that the LLM can decide based on the query which tool to be used, right? And then we pass the messages. Okay. Now, if it is a tool call, what we are going to do is we are going to sort of call that tool, right? Get the result and add it as a content, right, of our message with type as a tool result, right? Whatever the tool return. Okay. So as simple as that, right? That's it. I mean, that's all we'll do. Okay. Now, let me run this chatbot, right? Again, it takes a while, so I have already run it, and I'll just show the result, right? So I ran this chatbot, right? So now it connected to all the servers, right? So it first connected to file system server. That one only has tools, right? But it listed all the tools it has, like whatever 8, 10 tools it has. Okay. Then it connected to my research server, right? Now it has tools, search papers, extract info, right? It has a prompt, right, that I showed, then read search prompt, and it has a couple of resources. Okay, so it showed the resources. Okay, now what I'm trying to demonstrate is I'll just try to run a query which probably has a couple of tool calls, right? One from one MCP server and the other from the other MCP server, right? So I said search papers on topic MCP and call write file with results, right? I mean, unfortunately, I think something went bad with the result that LLM returned, right? So it actually said called the search paper tools, right, with topic MCP. So it made a tool call, gave the results, right? But unfortunately, in the second call, it's calling the same tool. So it should have probably called a write file tool. I don't know what happened with the LLM. Maybe it's my local 32 billion parameter model, right, which will not be as good generating the result. Okay, but yeah, you get the idea, right? So again, I'll just quit out of this, right, uh, to show my interactive uh, application. Okay, so this is how you use the multiple sessions in a workflow. Okay, now what next? You basically may want to deploy your MCP server as a remote server. Okay, now uh, what you do for that is, if you look at this research server, right, I'm running it locally, so that's why my transport was stdio, okay, which is what we had developed in the first video, right? But from the theory we know that we can use a SSC, right, for a remote server. So for a remote server, all that you have to do is you basically say transport equal to SSC. Okay, but not only that, but you also have to specify a port, right? So I have specified a port in my first fast MCP command. Okay, now well, one of the ways you can deploy it is to like a provider like render.com, right? But for that you have to first push it to GitHub. Okay, so my code is also there on GitHub, right, as you know, so which you can access, and I'll share the link in my YouTube video also. So if you go to my GenAI repository in the MCP folder, I have all the code, right? So I have my earlier uh, single connection chatbot as well, right? Along with this full-fledged chatbot, my earlier research server simple, right? And this more complex research server as well as a remote research server. Okay. Now uh, to deploy it, right? You can go to a provider like render.com. Okay. And here you basically point to your GitHub repository and you have to follow a few steps. Okay, and that's how it will deploy. Okay, now unfortunately I'm running into some issues with the port being open. I have followed the documents, but still it's not working. But maybe I'm missing something. But once you have successfully deployed, right, it will give you a link, right? So if you click on that link, uh, you'll be able to uh, talking to your deployed remote MCP server. Okay, so again, as I said, this is all the code that I have developed, shared in my GitHub. I'll also post the link in my YouTube video uh, content. Okay, so good luck exploring MCP. Yeah, and I mean, this is not production ready. These are just the first steps necessary to take MCP to production. Not this really sufficient. Okay, if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Okay, bye.